Hello everybody. How is everybody doing? Today I'm going to go over the top 10 my top 10 favorite Radiohead songs. Not songs, damn it, I messed up again. Start over. I'm going to go over my top 10 favorite Radiohead albums. This will not count any B-sides or other side albums like Street Spirit or Calm Lake 2 plus 2 equals 5. But I'll just go over the 9 albums and 9 former albums from Pablo Honey to Munche Pool. Sorry, I can't talk today. Uh, so I'm gonna go over all the albums and I'll tell you which is my favorite and which is not my favorite. So here we go. Number and I besides Pablo Honey, I like all these songs. I like all these albums equally. So uh, there's just no uh, saying anything. So you probably already caught on, but let's start it. Number 9, I'm putting Pablo Honey. Now you're probably thinking, oh, I'm just putting Pablo Honey here because everyone puts Pablo Honey at 9, and it's such an underrated album. It's such a great album. Just listen to it. I've listened to this album. I've listened to this album so many times, but get I cannot get into the feeling that this is alt rock. Like how I don't think this is alt rock. It just doesn't sound regular to me. But I do like Anyone Can Play Guitar. It does have some alt rock moments in it. Use okay. Uh, and Creep, of course, isn't the worst song ever, but they actually put some effort into Creep, you know. But yeah, I guess Anyone Can Play Guitar. You Creep. If there's another song, I'd put Ripcord. But other than that, I really don't like any other songs on here. Yeah. So moving on, at number 8, I'm putting King of Limbs. I hate putting King of Limbs at 8 because I just have no choice. I don't like Morning Mr. Magpie. I don't like Little by Little. I don't like Feral. Okay, they're the least uh viewed songs on here. Actually, no. I think the least viewed song on here is "Give Up the Ghost," and I don't understand that because I love "Give Up the Ghost." Definitely a beautiful song coming off the King of Limbs. Uh, um, it's a shame that they just gave up with King of Limbs. It's a shame that it only has 8 songs, and almost half of them are not like that great. Uh, but Give Up the Ghost is beautiful. Separator, one of my favorites. It wasn't on my top 10 list, but if I were to put it in top 10, I would put it in for uh Pyramid Song, because Separator is just that good, and Codex just sounds great as fuck. So this album's 37 minutes. I mean, what do you expect from a 37-minute album? It's not the best quality album. I think a lot of Radiohead fans like me can agree with that. It's not the best quality album, but it actually gives an effort, with the songs. So I like Bloom, Lotus Flower, of course, Codex, Give the Ghost, and Separator. And there's really not much to say. I like the electronics in this album. I, you know what? At least they tried, but they kind of. If I felt like they gave up, no pun intended. Okay, I think they gave up. But going on number 7. Let's see what's here. I'm gonna have to pick Amnesiac. Oh, the reason I would put this song up higher, but in my opinion, it doesn't match with Hail to the Thief or the Bends. Okay, it just doesn't match with those albums. But Um, I think they did a really good job on Amnesiac. I'm not gonna lie, they really did. And a lot of the songs on here are really great, and a lot of the songs on here aren't that great, like Packed Like Sardines in a Crushed in Box. Um, I I guess for the first minute of Polk and Poor Revolving Doors, it's okay, but then it gets like it just gets obnoxious. Um, like the first. Oh, that's loud. Like the first minute's okay, and then I'm like, okay, this is it, you know. Um, uh, a song that I did put in the top 10 list, Pyramid Song, absolute beautiful song. Probably one of my favorite uh piano solos on that on Pyramid Song. Really lovely. Um, oh, You and His Army is just great. I mean, it's so melancholy. It's like daydreaming, but it's like not. It's just not daydreaming. It's like the amnesiac version of daydreaming, if you understand what I mean. Uh, but it's such a cool song. It really is. They've played it in concerts. Sometimes I love when they play it in concerts when they have it uh zoomed in on his eye and he's on the mic like, come on. It's great. It really is great. Pyramid Song, You and His Army. I might be wrong. Is also fantastic. Knives Out. I think a lot of people know Knives Out. Morning Bell, Amnesia. I do like the Morning Bell from Kid A better, but they're both different, styles or whatever. Kid A version is electronic and sounds more upbeat beat than Morning Bell. Morning Bell sounds kind of sinister. Um, like Snake Plates and Life in a Glass House. I cannot stress enough how great this song is. I don't know what instrument they use. I'm not a instrument aficionado, but I think it's a saxophone. I don't know. If you haven't listened to the song yet, listen to this. Listen to this. Across that line, sit around. Oh, I fell in love with this song. Absolutely amazing song. So, majority of the songs I are really solid. They are really solid songs. Yeah. So yeah, Amnesiac, underrated as hell. Moving on. Next up, we have. Oh, let me think of this one. I don't know, but I'm gonna put Hail to the Thief. Um, I like Hail to the Thief. I really do. Um, I um I didn't when I first was listening to Amnesiac and Hail to the Thief when I first got into Radiohead. I didn't really like those albums, and at the time I was like, okay, I could see why people don't like these albums. They're pretty bad albums, but once I grew older and just understood what the band was all about, I love those albums. And I think Hail to the Thief and Amnesiac really stand out from the rest of the albums. They really do, I feel like. And Hail to the Thief, the opening song is killer. It is so killer. And this album is pretty political. So 2 plus 2 equals 5 does a very good job of representing what this album is about. It really does. And A Wolf at the Door, not the best closer. Like as a closing song, it's not the best, but this song is fast beat. It's dark. It's very political. I mean, it's such a great song. It really is. If you want to listen to a few minutes of it, I love this song. I really do. Underrated song, very underrated song. Uh, most of the songs on here are very underrated. Uh, I don't really know the words, but I love it. I really do. In the teeth. Uh, but other songs I like from here, I got to like Sail to Moon beautifully. Oh, this song's so beautiful. I try to like Go to Sleep, but it sounded too country. I don't know what it is, but it just sounds like this electronic country. You know what? I don't really like it, but We Suck Young Blood is another one of my favorites. The Gloaming they play sometimes. They're there. They play it sometimes at concerts. Mixed Patosis, I'm pretty sure they usually play. Scatterbrain, A Punch About the Wedding, I Will. Uh, these songs down. I mean, how much songs is that? That's 8 songs. That's the size of King of Limbs. And this is the longest side. 56 minutes. Holy shit. Almost an hour long album. That's crazy. But they don't have the longest songs in here. Like that's 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Uh, barely 4, barely 5, barely 2. So it's not the longest album, but um, most of the songs on here are quality, and a lot of the songs on here are pretty good. And a very quality album. Underrated as heck, like Amnesiac. I think this is the most underrated album. Uh, this or what I'm about to put up. Not right now, but but going on. Uh, I'm gonna have to put Benz. Oh, how I love the Benz. Uh, once the first time I heard Radiohead, um, I immediately liked the Benz because, rock. But, Benz is a, Benz or OK Computer are usual, starter albums that people like when they try to get into Radiohead because they have Just and High and Dry and Fake Plastic Trees and all that, and Street Spear, which are all great songs. I'm not saying they're not, but they're really solid songs to the point where like all of them deserve a top 10 spot. Um, but I did put Fake Plastic Trees. I was gonna replace it with Street Spirit. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but I don't know. Um, yeah. Um, Planetolics. What a great opener. The spacey theme throughout the song, it like does a great job at representing Planetolics. Such a underrated song also, I feel like. And it's awesome. I think the overall song is just amazing. It really is. The band's one of my favorites. Uh, I think either Street Spirit or Fake Plastic Trees are my favorite from this album, but the Benz is an easy second. Um, such a classic song. It really does it for this album. It's called the Benz for a reason. High and Dry, Basic Love Song, Fake Plastic Trees, Just My Iron Lung, I love. Oh, that EG in the background is so good. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, it's so fresh and awesome. Black Star, I love. Sulk. Um, can't go wrong with Sulk. I mean, it's like a crappy version of Planet Telex, but Street Spirit, you already know. But Tom Merrick actually said this is the most disturbing song, and he was wondering why people like this song so much because it was the most disturbing song he has ever written, and I can understand that. But yeah, majority of this album are has really solid songs. Like probably one of the most solid song selection that you can have, and not a lot of these songs are really underrated. They're just pretty good songs. So moving on, it's coming down to top four. Is that right? Yeah, top four. So number four, I'm gonna have. I can't speak English. I'm going to have to put a Moonshade Pool. Um, Probably my favorite coming off here is Daydreaming. Oh no shit, Rob. I put it in the top 10 list. Yeah. Daydreaming definitely my favorite off here. Second favorite, Burn the Witch. And the guy who commented on my last video on the top 10 Radiohead song list, um, I love True Love Waits. Okay. Okay, I love True Love Waits. And I heard you say something about Lucky. Um, I I'm sorry. You know, I love both songs. I really do. But when it comes down to my favorites, like my personal favorites, my opinions, okay? When it comes down to my opinions, I'm not saying that this is the best song. If you disagree with me, then oh, you're screwed. No, it's just my opinion. You know, you don't need to agree with me, but this is just my opinion. I love True Love Waits, but I don't think it's a top 10 song for me. I just don't really think it's a top 10. Definitely a top 20, and Lucky is definitely a top 20. Uh, Again, I would probably put in for Pyramid Song, but I don't know. There's just so much great song. I'm sorry, dude, but it's just my opinions. Okay, as a fan, I love Turtle Waits. It's a beautiful song. It really is. But you know, I'm just trying to peek all around. You know, look all around. You know. But Burn the Witch. Oh, satisfying song. Such a great song. Deck Start, Desert Island Disc. Full Stop. The Numbers Identikit. Present Tense. Awesome. Really awesome album. Very calm, collected. Really awesome. Coming at number three, I have Kid A. What a great album. I mean, what do I have to say much about this? Everything in its right place. Awesome opener. Motion picture soundtrack. Awesome closer. Don't know why I'm telling this here. But awesome songs. I mean, I don't really like True Fingers, but the electronic sounds and the foot pedals and the synthesizers sound amazing. And motion picture soundtrack. Idiotech, my favorite song. Motion picture soundtrack, beautiful. How to Disappear Completely, beautiful. Everything in its right place, beautiful. I mean, you can't compare than this. Definitely one of the best albums. Yeah. Uh, he went out with his friends, I think. I'll turn it on. Yeah. Sorry about that. That was annoying. But really solid album. Really is. Really is. Um, can't say much about Sorry, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. If you hear a if you hear a background noise, just tell me in the comments below because it's my air conditioner. It's getting pretty hot in here. Sorry, that was my mom. But going back to Kid A, yeah, uh, great album. I mean, early 2000s really showed what Radiohead had in them, and is definitely a great album. Definitely is. Moving on. In number two, I'm gonna have to put OK Computer. Um, again, people are gonna hate on me for this. They really are. They're gonna hate on me because I'm just stating an opinion. But OK Computer at number two. You know what? I love OK Computer, but if they didn't put in Fitter Happier and Electioneering, I don't think Electioneering's terrible. But it's an okay song, you know. But it's not the best on here at all. Uh, but if they hadn't put Fitter Happier in here, I think I probably would have, or if they made it better, for example, if they made it better, then I would put Fitter Happy. I would put OK Computer as at a one probably. But all the other songs I like: Airbag, Paranoid Android, Subterranean Homes, Alien, Exit Music, Letdown, Karma Please, Fitter Happier. Why did I say Fitter Happier? Karma Please, Electioneering, Climbing Up the Walls, No Surprise and Unlucky. Lucky is a great song, okay? But it just, I don't know. I don't think it's better than Paranoid Android. I don't think it's better than Paranoid Android. Okay. I don't think it is. That's just my opinion, and that's my opinion, and I'll stand by my opinion. But, Subterranean Homesick Alien, Spacey Feel like Planet Telex, Exit Music for a Film, awesome, badass. Let Down, awesome song again. Karma Police, what a classic, and I love when they play this in concerts because it's absolutely amazing how the crowd sings along, and they're really up about it. Climbing Up the Walls, I think, is underrated. Um, Probably one of the most underrated songs on this album, next to Lucky and Airbag. But you know, no surprises. You already know the melancholy feel and the beautifulness, and no surprises. You just can't get wrong. And Lucky, of course, awesome song. Um, I have gotten to like this song a lot, uh, since the past month or so. And awesome song. I mean, definitely top three on this, or top five at least. But OK Computer really summed up the late 1900s. It really did, and definitely the most iconic out of Radiohead's discography. Definitely the most iconic album of them all. There's no doubt about that. There really isn't. And 10 years later, we have at number one In Rainbows. Oh, how I love In Rainbows. How I love myself some In Rainbows. Um, 15 Step, the best opener in an album. It's upbeat, it's energetic, it's fun, it's it's great to dance to. I mean, what can you ask for more? You know? Videotape, the best closer. They couldn't have nailed it on the head better. Videotape and 15 Step are the best finish and start songs. They really are. They're awesome songs. I think Videotape's very underrated off this album, but I think All I Need is pretty underrated, but I love every single one of these songs. Even though All I Need and False Start are pretty much filler songs, they are great songs. And if you don't see that, there's something wrong. They are just great songs. And In Rainbows is such a great album. Undeniably my favorite. Not the most iconic, but a great album nevertheless. I love Jigsaw Falling in Place. Weird Fish is amazing. And Videotape is a great closer. I mean, great. It really is a great album, and they really killed it with this one. Such an awesome album. And that will finish up our uh, list here. And hopefully you guys liked it. Uh, it wasn't, I don't think it was as long as the songs, but top 10 Radiohead songs, but yeah. Hopefully you guys liked it. Put down in the description your top 10. Alright, why did I say top 10? But, your favorite Radiohead songs list, uh, worst to best. I'd love to see your opinions. And I think I'm out. See ya.